Good morning. My name is Jane Pugh, and the Befrienders came and talked to my husband while he was in his last days 5.5 years ago. Merlin Pugh was his name. C. Sorensen was Merlin's befriender, and she was a great gift to me because I was still working at that time, and she would come and spend time with Merlin and check on him. And the fellowship and the Christianity that came when C would visit was Merlin would always talk about it, and but most of all they would just visit. And every time Cease would come, Merlin would say, "Oh, her grandchildren are so beautiful." So they talked about family and friends and Christianity, and all of the befrienders are just very compassionate, special people. And not just Cease was the lady who was his direct befriender, but many of the other befrienders would stop by just to say hello to Merlin. So with that being said, I really strongly promote this program, and especially for people who are in their home alone and don't have relatives here in town that are going to stop by. But just anybody who is in those last few days, months, of course, none of us know when our time is up, but having that connection with the church, somebody with Christianity, somebody to say a prayer with, and somebody just to talk family and friends. And I have no idea what they actually all talked about, but I know that was always a special day for him. When Merlin passed away, I opened up the drawer next to his recliner that he always sat in, and there was one phone number in there, and that was C. Sorensen. And to that meant that he kept it there in case he needed to talk to somebody, and he knew that phone number was there. So I strongly promote this program. If it's people that can feel that this is a calling for them to join the group, they can always use more people. And if it's not something for you, then to continue to pray for the Befrienders, because they are a wonderful group of people that make the last days of our loved ones' lives a beautiful thing.
My dad Lloyd was blessed to have been part of the Befriender program here at Trinity. You know, he received regular visits from Pastor Quinn at Majestic Bluffs through communion, regular services out there, and Bible studies, and he would get to church whenever he could. The Befriender program simply brought in other church members. At first, he really wasn't sure what the program was all about, but he knew that somebody from church was going to be paying him some visits, and that really was enough for him. This place was always so very important to him, so he welcomed the visit. Having that connection to church, knowing that he wasn't forgotten, really meant so much to him and to us. You know, he loved sharing stories, and having other people there to listen to those stories was really important. When the pandemic hit and they couldn't visit in person, he received cards in the mail on a regular basis. And although that wasn't the same, it was still really important. And the crazy thing is, those cards always seem to come at just the right time. I've learned that actually my dad had two befrienders. They were both named Ron. One Ron was a longtime friend from church that came to visit him often, and I know that he really treasured that friendship. The second Ron was new, and my dad didn't know him. At first, he just talked about someone from the church coming, and then it was the befriender from the church is coming, and in the end, it was that Ron was coming. And I knew that he not only had a longtime friend visiting him, but that he also had made a new friend, and that really was pretty awesome. Over the years, my dad often talked about the friends and family that he had lost, and sometimes would say that all of his friends are now gone. Through the Befriender program, he actually made a new friend in his 90s, and that truly was a gift to him and to our family.